General Hospital spoilers reveal that we've got some comings and goings news to share, so let's start by addressing some recent exits. Robert Gossett wrapped his run as Marshall Ashford, at least for now, with a send-off party at the Savoy, so he'll be off on tour while the drama continues in Port Charles. Violet Finn also said her goodbyes at the Quartermaine Mansion and headed for Seattle, where she's going to build a new life with Hamilton Finn, Michael Easto, now that he's out of rehab. As for Heather Weber, she just agreed to move to Sedona with Steven Weber, albeit a bit reluctantly. Heather doesn't like the thought of leaving Ace Cassadine and missing her chance to bond with her grandson, but she seems poised to leave town anyway. On October 28, Dandy Falconeri will question whether Heather will actually go through with this move, but Steven will be highly motivated to make it happen after his meeting with Curtis Ashford. Of course, Sam McCall's crushing exit arc is also underway, so fans will have to say a final farewell soon. There will be some terrible news after Sam's surgery, so we'll see if there are unlucky complications or if there might be foul play involving Cyrus Renault. The silver lining is that Lulu Spencer will survive and thrive, since we know Alexa Havens will make her debut as a recast in the coming weeks. In other comings and goings news, Jen's Austin Astrup will also make his first appearance on GH in the not-too-distant future. Look for Astrup to debut as Kai this November when Trina Robinson interacts with him through her studies at PCU. Kai and Trina could be gearing up for a new love story, so we'll bring you romantic predictions and updates on any meet-cute moments they might get. It'll be interesting to see if Kai can help Trina truly move on from losing Spencer Cassadine. General Hospital spoilers say some highs and lows are looming in Port Charles, so stay tuned to the ABC soap. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. General Hospital spoilers reveal that there's been plenty of talk about Lulu Spencer's risky surgery in recent episodes. Lulu's procedure doesn't have the greatest odds, but Isaiah Gannon is hoping he can be a miracle worker and pull off this liver transplant successfully. Sam McCall's end of all this is being viewed as the easy part, but trouble's brewing. GA's writers have already been setting it up by having Sam sign a waiver so that Lucas Jones can operate on his own half-sister. It feels like Lucas is being backed into a guilt-ridden corner where he'll have to live with the complications that are on the way. Lucas is a skilled surgeon, but even he can't control when things go wrong in the OR or even in post-op recovery. During the week of October 28, November 1, Alexis Davis will continue to wait for news about Sam's surgery. The longer it takes for Alexis to get updates, the more uneasy she may become. At some point, Alexis will panic over some scary news. We'll see Alexis deal with some alarm bells when it comes to Sam, so Lucas may have a tough confession to make. Lucas might admit there's been an issue that no one saw coming. Once Sam was on the operating table, something may have gone awry and spiraled out of control. Then again, there could be some problems when it comes to waking Sam up from the anesthesia or something along those lines. Whatever the case, Alexis will ultimately end up in panic mode based on what she hears. Sam was supposed to be a hero and go home to her family, but that's not how things are going to play out. The way Cyrus Renault has been hanging around the hospital feels rather ominous, especially considering the whole powered-down ventilator incident, which he may have been responsible for. It's possible Cyrus will have a hand in Sam's grim fate, since there's been some buzz about him possibly sabotaging Sam's IV bag. Regardless, Sam's stint at GH will end with a devastating blow to her family and friends. General Hospital spoilers say Alexis will have to wrap her head around what comes next, so we'll bring you more predictions on all the chaos. General Hospital spoilers reveal that the sudden deaths of Sam and Lulu have left Port Charles in shock, with the community gripped by fear and sorrow. The unexpected loss of these beloved women has raised troubling questions and suspicions of dark forces lurking in the shadows. Grieving deeply, Laura and Alexis, closest to Sam and Lulu, are driven by anger and desperation as they search for answers. Certain that someone must be held accountable, they vow to uncover the truth, even if it means facing grave danger. Suspicion quickly centers on Isaiah, whose mysterious past and behavior raise concerns. Convinced he's somehow involved, Laura and Alexis launch an investigation, scrutinizing every detail of his past. They wonder, could the tragic deaths have been accidental, or is something more sinister hidden in Isaiah's history? As they uncover troubling inconsistencies in his story, they resolve to bring him to justice. Ultimately, Isaiah is arrested for Sam and Lulu's deaths, a development that sends shockwaves through Port Charles. Although Isaiah protests his innocence, the grief-stricken community, led by Laura and Alexis, is relentless in its pursuit of justice. Meanwhile, dark forces continue to conspire in Port Charles. Under orders from Sidwell, Cyrus has been instructed to eliminate Isaiah, ensuring that no secrets of their organization are exposed. With his ruthless resolve, Cyrus carefully devises a plan to execute Sidwell's orders, leaving Isaiah in greater peril than ever. As tensions rise, Port Charles, already traumatized, finds itself further shaken by this unseen threat, casting a dark shadow over the town. Amidst this turmoil, Terry and Liz work tirelessly to protect Isaiah, using all their skills and connections to shield him from Cyrus's deadly reach. Their support has made them trusted allies in Isaiah's fight for survival, but it has also drawn the attention of Sidwell and his associates. Now, Laura faces escalating threats as she pushes forward in her pursuit of justice for Sam and Lulu, undeterred despite the danger. In the midst of the despair, a ray of hope emerges. Lulu begins to awaken from her coma. Gaining consciousness, she remembers the events leading to the tragedy and may hold the key to clearing Isaiah's name. Her recovery brings new hope, setting the stage for a turning point that could reveal the truth and dismantle Sidwell and Cyrus's plans. With Lulu's return, Terry and Liz's dedication, and Laura's unyielding drive, the battle for justice reaches a critical moment. Port Charles, on edge from the recent turmoil, awaits Lulu's testimony, hoping that the truth will finally come to light and that those responsible will be brought to justice. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Dr. Frida Navarro has some new scenes coming up. The return of GA's most popular OB/GYN points to a possible pregnancy storyline being in the works. Of course, the most logical patient is Brooke Lynn Quartermain, since she's ready to start a family with Harrison Chase. Dr. Navarro may be Brooke Lynn's OB/GYN once she's got a bun in the oven. However, there's a chance Brooke Lynn's efforts to get pregnant won't go according to plan. The show might offer up some conception hurdles for Brooke Lynn and Chase to tackle, so Dr. Navarro could be part of breaking some bad news. Then again, maybe Dr. Navarro could learn a buried secret. There's been speculation about Giovanni Gio Palmieri being a son that Brooke Lynn gave up for adoption, so Brooke Lynn might admit to Dr. Navarro that this actually isn't her first baby rodeo. Naturally, we shouldn't shut the door on other pregnancy possibilities, especially once Dr. Navarro is back in the mix. Now that Molly and Dex Heller are getting closer, we won't be surprised at all if some cheating happens. That could pave the way for Molly to get pregnant with a miracle baby, one that could blow up her relationship with TJ Ashford in a big way. Betraying TJ and getting pregnant by another man would surely end Molly's current romance. That said, it may take some time for Molly to potentially hit the sheets with Dex, and perhaps end up expecting despite her infertility issues. Brooke Lynn seems like the more likely candidate for Dr. Navarro's scenes until then, so we'll bring you more story predictions and updates on any upcoming shockers. No matter what GH is cooking up, Dr. Navarro should be involved in more baby drama sooner or later. There could be another kid on canvas by the time this hot plot fully plays out. General Hospital spoilers: another pregnancy storyline may be just around the corner, so stay tuned to the ABC soap. Lulu finally awakens after 3 years in a coma, but her return is far from what Dante had hoped for. To his dismay, she no longer has any feelings for him. The memories and emotions they once shared seem to have faded, leaving Dante haunted by the years he spent at her bedside, praying for a reunion that now feels like a painful reminder of love lost. Lulu's coldness and distance cut deeply as Dante realizes that his sacrifices over the past 3 years may have been in vain. This isn't only about losing the woman he loves, it's about facing a profound and unexpected loss, as their once unbreakable bond exists now only in the past. Upon awakening, Lulu doesn't reconnect with Dante. Instead, she finds herself strongly drawn to Cody, Dante's longtime friend. This newfound attraction confuses Lulu, who knows how much her shifting emotions might hurt Dante. Cody, meanwhile, is reeling from the recent discovery that Sasha is his half-sister, adding complexity to his relationship with Lulu and Dante. Although Cody tries to adapt to this new family connection, he finds himself unexpectedly attracted to Lulu. Caught between his budding feelings for her and his loyalty to Dante, who has been a steadfast friend, Cody feels torn. The inner chaos leaves him struggling to balance his responsibilities to his newfound sister with the powerful connection he feels with Lulu. Dante, meanwhile, is painfully aware of Lulu's indifference, noticing the emptiness in her gaze and the growing bond between her and Cody. All the love and sacrifices he invested in Lulu now seem overshadowed by betrayal, as his closest friend steps into the place he once held in her heart. As tension intensifies, each one of them is caught in a tangled web of emotions and inner conflict. Cody tries to preserve his friendship with Dante, but the bond he shares with Lulu becomes too strong to ignore. Lulu, on the other hand, cannot deny her attraction to Cody, despite knowing it could damage Cody's friendship with Dante. In this atmosphere of intense conflict and fracture, they each face difficult choices, with every decision risking profound wounds. Dante's heartbreak turns to anger as he watches the attraction between Lulu and Cody. Losing Lulu was hard enough, but seeing her turn to his closest friend intensifies his pain, pushing him to the edge of control. His fury becomes a dangerous spark, leading him to act impulsively and ruthlessly in ways he never imagined. Cody and Lulu sense the shift in Dante's demeanor, once warm and close, now replaced by cold stares and bitter words. Every encounter between them brims with tension, like a storm ready to erupt. As they attempt to keep their distance to spare Dante's feelings, their avoidance only fuels his anger, leading Dante to take extreme measures. The lines between friendship and possessiveness blur as Dante's unchecked rage transforms the situation into a looming disaster, putting Cody and Lulu at emotional and physical risk. Amid the escalating conflict, Lulu and Cody decide to join forces to protect their shared interests and fend off threats from outside forces. This alliance, based not only on their new bond, but also on self-preservation, puts them on a collision course with the underground powerhouses of Port Charles, including Cyrus. As Lulu and Cody strategize to protect their interests, they unknowingly create a major threat to Cyrus and his empire. Sensing the danger, Cyrus takes action to undermine them, but each intervention only strengthens their resolve. The story reaches a fever pitch as Cyrus and his associates come to realize that Lulu and Cody's alliance poses a serious threat to their power. Their partnership marks a turning point in their relationship and ignites a fierce confrontation with the forces of darkness. This daring alliance pushes Cyrus and his allies into peril, as every move could ignite a catastrophic conflict, bringing Port Charles to the brink. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Spencer Cassadine left GH once again for a role in the Netflix series Monsters. 𝖣𝖾𝗇es cannot believe how famous he is after taking this role, but he is certainly loving the response from fans. General Hospital spoilers indicate that fans of 𝖣Լյուes are not a bit surprised over his popularity after his Ryan Murphy show's Monsters. The Lyle and Eric Menendez story and 𝖣𝖾𝗇es became big hits. Due to this newfound popularity, 𝖣Լյուes has been all over the internet. 𝖣Լյուes has been surprised at how much his career has snowballed. In a recent interview on TikTok, released by People, 𝖣Լյուes simply could not believe how his popularity had changed. 𝖣Лյուes said, "I could have never predicted that. What blows me away is Victoria showed me a video of a bunch of people in a college classroom. Like literally hundreds of people gathered in a college classroom watching this edit. What was so funny to me." Victoria is his girlfriend who also appeared in 𝖣𝖾𝗇es. According to 𝖣Լյուes in his interview with People magazine, he says since Monsters, all kinds of doors have opened for him that weren't previously open. The fan-made TikTok video is only 15 seconds long. However, 𝖣Лjues was stunned that over 5 million people had viewed it. 𝖣Лjues loves the reaction but says it is strange to see the response. 𝖣Лjues says in response to his portrayal of Lyle in Monsters, "I really appreciate that people are responding to the work." 𝖣Лjues' goal is for the viewer to get something out of his performance. That is how he knows his work and a success. Obviously, fans believe he has been very successful on these jobs and want to see a lot more of him in the future. General Hospital spoilers. Nicholas 𝖣Լjues has not closed the door. 𝖣Лjues admits that he has not closed the door on GH just yet either. General Hospital gave him his big break, so 𝖣Лjues hasn't closed the door on it just yet. 𝖣Лjues says Port Charles is a crazy place and we will have to see what happens. 𝖣Лjues admits that the show may need to recast Spencer, and he would understand if that were the case. 𝖣Лjues says he realizes that the show has needs, and he could certainly and support their decision should a recast be made. Trina Robinson has agreed to go back to school, however. She doesn't seem to be moving on with much else in her life as Trina is still grieving and hoping that Spencer will resurface someday. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.